So here we go, our first part of our trying to escape from the wildfire. We get a dome, we get a dome. No! Oh no! Hi guys, welcome back. We are at day 5, Ithaqa's Bane, bringing you Infernum, and day 5 is all about death. Yes, the Death Horseman comes about. Day 4, we finished a battle against a Colossus, a huge Colossus. We did use the Colossus supplement, and I kind of showed you the basic rules of how to deal with these giant creatures, these giant fallen ones. It was a lot of fun, but again, I survived maybe a little bit too easily. I think the dice were kind to me, which makes a change. In the previous episode to that, I think day 3, I think I used the Arcana supplement to use tarot cards to help generate information and details rather than the 2d6 table. And throughout the series, we have been using the Chaos supplement to help us better sort of describe and identify the neutral events, the dooms, the NPCs, and also the quests at the places of worship. It's all inside here. So far we have used 3 of the supplements. I think there are 15 supplements in the game provided in the main core book. We've looked at 3, and we are going to look at another one today. We are going to be using Infaernaculum with today's episode. And Infaernaculum is a set of rules, a supplement, which allows you to use a deck of playing cards instead of dice, which is something that I feel a lot of games need to look into. It seems that a lot of people, when they design games, it's like automatically they think about using dice as the mechanic, as the way of generating numbers, actions, combat, ordeals. There are other options out there, and I just wish that there were more games that explored these different ways of generating numbers and values and results. With Infernum, it's a dice-based system, but they have supplements, like I say, in this case, for using cards. So this is what we're actually going to be using for day 5. Now, speaking of day 5, let's have a quick look. Day 5 is over here. And yes, it is the day where death comes. Again, we're going to be rolling a d6 at the start of the gameplay to determine what's happening in the world around us. Of course, it's the Death Horseman. Of course, it's not going to be good. And again, I'm not going to be reading the religious quotes here, but I will be reading the general quote to set the scene before we start. And I do hope you guys have been enjoying this series. It's a lot of work to actually do. And like I said, I do hope you guys are enjoying it. And don't forget to have a look at the Game Found project if you're watching this during the project time. Could be worth investing, getting yourself a new game. Right, let's have a look. The Last Crumpet... Yeah, it's late. As you can see, I'm actually recording this the same night as I was doing day 4. I haven't, same t-shirt, same hat, same evening, but yes, it's the same net. I'm a little bit tired, but I want to do this one as well, sort of get these 2 episodes recorded the same night. The Last Crumpet. Actually, I could do some crumpets. I haven't had crumpets in years. I can't find them here. Right, anyway, enough about crumpets. We're looking at trumpets. The last trumpet cried, tearing the skies with an overwhelming rumble. The summoning of the 4th horseman came from the last bestial seraph, the one which resembles an eagle. The ultimate harbinger of chaos appears putrid upon a pale horse. What's the matter with me? I must be really tired. In his hands, an enormous scythe. Along with him, diseases, decay, mortification, and nothing else but perishing. And for some reason, I have Pratchett's death in my mind. Not really the death that we're describing here, but Pratchett's death is a character I love. Anyway, The end of all things will happen tomorrow. Yes, day 5 is the last day of normality. Day 6, yeah, apocalypse cometh. But we are doing day 5. I think that's everything we need to go over. Oh, yes. Day 4, I did actually forget one of the dooms. I did miss it. I caught it during editing and I put a note when I was doing the editing. But we will be starting day 5 with 1 doom because I only had enough omens to get rid of 3, where in actual fact, I think I should have had 4 dooms at the end of the session. So just a little recap and update. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get to the fun stuff. The gameplay. Day 5, Infernum, the Empowered. Enjoy. Right, we are at day 5, Infernum, the Empowered. I have put here the doom that I did forget in the last episode on day 4. I don't think I had enough omens left over to get rid of all of them, including the one that I forgot. So I'm starting the day with 1 doom. And I'm expecting to get a few more because in day 5, we are going to be using the Infaernaculum supplement, which brings us rules for using a deck of cards instead of the dice. So this should be interesting. So in terms of the mechanics, when you're asking questions in terms of yes, no, like an oracle, where we're rolling a 1d6 normally, we're going to be drawing a card. If it's black, the answer is yes. If it's red, the answer is no. If we think that an answer is more likely, then we'll draw 2 cards, and if one of them happens to be the right card, then we're good. For the 2d6, where we're trying to generate descriptions, instead of rolling the 2d6, we are going to be we're going to be drawing cards. 1 card for the verb. We're going to be using these separate tables, and then 1 card for the noun. What's the matter with me? For the 3d6, normally we can get a doom, we can get a donk neutral event, or we can get a deed, or a miracle. Well, when you're using Infaernaculum, when you're using cards, a diamond represents a neutral event. This is one of the parts that I've actually highlighted when I read through, so this will be changed. Espadas. Spades is a deed. Copas. Hearts is a miracle, and paus. Clubs is a doom. Again, this will be corrected to English in the final version. But what you'll see here is that there will be a difference in terms of probability. There's going to be a much higher chance of getting deeds and miracles, because normally it's a 1 in 6 for miracles and dooms. Deeds are kind of okay. But yeah, the miracles and dooms were a 1 in 6, now they're a 1 in 4. So yeah, I'm expecting a bunch of dooms, which means my omen roll has to be good. We could also, if it suits the story, if it suits the gameplay, use the rank of the card to represent the rank of the result. But we'll see how that goes. I'm also still planning to use the Chaos Supplement, so I will be rolling some dice for that, and also, where it is beneficial to the game and the story, I will also be using my random realities. Now, I was planning to order the physical copy of this. When you purchase this from Itch, you get a coupon which allows you to get the physical book at cost from Lulu. But Lulu is giving me a lot of problems, so at the moment I'm not sure whether I'm actually going to do any more business with them. I might do a video regarding the problems I'm having with Lulu. But I may not, in the end, actually get the physical copy. I may stick with this sort of printed work copy that I made. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens with Lulu over the next month or so. Anyway, we are at day 5, the day of death. We are going to be rolling for our omens. we are going to be rolling for that because they're really, really important. Bump, bump. Swine. Here we go. All right, I'll get a 1. First roll of the day, we get a 1. Now, the dice have actually been fairly decent to me during this playthrough, during this series. There have been a few occasions where it's sucked, where I've been re-rolling a dice and getting another doom kind of thing, but overall, my luck hasn't been too bad. But, here we go. Right, we've got 4 dooms. That's the minimum you start every day with. Now, as I've mentioned before, if you're playing the game solo, you will have access to all 4 omens for your character. But if you're playing in a group, let's say you're playing with some friends or you're playing with a referee, a games master, these are to be shared amongst everybody in the group, in the gang, which kind of makes the game a little bit tougher, but you've got more characters trying to achieve the task. So balance, it's all balanced. Right now, I have shuffled these. You'll have noticed, I think, in my last video. Was it the last video where I couldn't shuffle the cards? I think it was in the last video where I couldn't shuffle the cards. But, like I say, I have shuffled these already. But these will go here, and this is going to be my draw deck. Day 5. Now, the way that I'm looking at it is, this is where I need to get near to Vittoria. I need to get to the vicinity of Vittoria. Why? Because on day 6, all hell breaks loose. You have portals opening everywhere. You've got armies of fallen ones, or in my case, spirits, evil spirits and possessed super people, super beings. And they're going to be kind of doing battle against the forces of good, you know. And when that kind of happens, when the sort of day 6 happens, I kind of want to be at least near to Vittoria, so I can sort of use day 6 as fighting my way through the city. Is it a city? I don't know whether it's a city or a big town, but I want to kind of fight my way through Vittoria to get to the docks, and then at the end of day 6 kind of sail off into the sunset and hopefully survive for day 7. But day 5, I want to do the final part of the journey to Vittoria. And that's what we're going to be doing today with Infaernaculum. Right, without further ado, let us start. Now, I think we're back at the church, because in day 4, we fought the Colossus. We absorbed one of its powers, one of its dooms, and that now becomes a blessing or ritual where I can regenerate. This is going to cost 2 miracles to use. When we were rolling the dice before, to activate my normal blessing took 1 miracle to use it. To use my power, yeah? To use this one that I've absorbed from the Colossus is actually going to take 2 miracles. So there's even less chance of being able to use it. But what I've done, with the Colossus, I randomly rolled and everything else, and it could regenerate 1 challenge point every time it was used. But in terms of this blessing or ritual, I kind of thought that 1 point, losing 1 doom, really didn't justify the sort of extra miracle that's required. So what I did was basically, I've changed it to D3, doom reduction. So I can actually reduce my doom by D3. And I think that kind of justifies the extra cost, because I think regenerating sort of 1 point or 1 doom would count like a normal blessing. I think that's how it works, and that's how I'm going to be doing it. Now, we are at the church. Now, one thing that I didn't do is that I think the first time that I did the, what's it called, the supplication, the prayer board, the quest for the church in the first, one of the earlier episodes, I think I gave myself like a reward from the equipment list. I didn't do that this time. I will do that quickly now. So we are going to creation, we're going to the equipment. So I'm just going to do a random roll just to get some general equipment as sort of the church's reward. 3d6 for this. And we get 10, 13. A key ring with many keys, some padlocks, and a pair of handcuffs. Ooh, kinky. All right, just let me quickly write that down and we will continue. Right, just wrote those here. I do seem to have a lot of junk, a lot of equipment that I'm carrying with me. Haven't really had much use for a lot of it in terms of integration into the story. I'm sure a lot of other people that are maybe more creative or more sort of into the journaling style of gaming would probably be able to, you know, create better stories involving their junk, but I haven't really used a lot at the moment. One more thing we have to do is to roll for the daily event. Yes, we're at day 5. We do have to roll at the top here what's going to be happening in the world around us, and this is on day 5, so we're rolling a d6 and we get a 3. The leader of a cult of assassins is worshipped as the one who resurrected. Alright, so in terms of my game, in terms of my story, my journey, maybe this is something that I've already defeated and it's coming back. The leader of a cult of assassins. But I haven't really had anything to do with assassins per se. But maybe, what have I defeated so far? I've defeated the Necromancer, the Colossus, the sort of plant-based fallen one at the farm. None of which could be thought of as assassins. I did avoid that kind of werewolf, no, not werewolf, I did it more sort of Brazilian style, didn't I? The were-jaguar or something, the sort of humanoid jaguar. At that, it was like a jam on the road. I think it was in episode 1 or episode 2. I managed to avoid, but again it says resurrected, so let's have a think. I think we'll use the fallen one that I destroyed or I killed at the farm. What was his name? Corruption Claw. Monstrous appearance, possible servant of pestilence. Form was like of a rotting plant. Power of telekinesis. Had pungent aroma. Yeah, Corruption Claw. This is the fallen one that I defeated at the farm. Maybe I didn't kill him. Maybe he was able to reform itself, like with plants, or with Groot. I am Groot. You get a little bit of the plant, and it can grow back into another kind of another Groot. So yeah, maybe that creature, maybe that fallen one that I thought I destroyed at the farm. I think this was on day 2. Maybe, because I didn't destroy, literally burn and destroy every single piece, maybe it actually grew back and reformed and was resurrected as the new Corruption Claw. And maybe he's taken exception that I defeated him, and they're kind of, maybe they're looking for me, maybe they're chasing me. So anytime that I kind of get a neutral event or some kind of doom that relates to something like that, I can integrate the Corruption Claw into the story. That sounds alright, that sounds decent enough, but I do have to worry about the fact that this is the last day of normality before the war happens, because day 6 is essentially a war. It's going to be a war zone. Right, let us start. But let us now continue on our journey. We're close. We're getting closer to Victoria. One more session and I think I'll be on the outskirts, as long as nothing goes wrong. But we'll see how it goes. Enough talk. We've talked enough. God, this video is so long already. Right, let us start our journey. So we have our motorcycle. We're going to say goodbye to the priest or the preacher that's at the church. And we are going to start our journey from here to Victoria. Okay, so 3d6 is normally used to kind of generate actions, results, and also to move the story forward. So we're starting on our journey. What happens on this first step of the journey? So instead of rolling 3 dice, we're going to be doing 3 cards. The first card is hearts. Hearts is a miracle. Oh, thank you very much. The next card is a diamond. A diamond is a neutral event. And the third card is a club, which is a tomb. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now, I'm traveling, so I could use my fortune, I suppose. I have a fortune of very observant. If the task or the challenge is relevant to the fortune, then miracles can sort of delete dooms. If it's related to your misfortune, then dooms can delete miracles, kind of thing. So I'm thinking the neutral. I'll roll the neutral event first because that kind of helps in terms of setting a scene. So for these, we're still going to be using dice. So neutral event, we get a 2. A character or a group of non-player characters, NPCs, enters the scene. Now again, this could be characters or maybe members of this assassins group that belongs to the corruption claw. So that could be a possibility. And we have our doom. How does the doom relate to that? A 3. The situation is way worse than it seemed. Why? So maybe the corruption clause there as well. So maybe it's a bunch of assassins and the corruption claw. So this is very similar to when I came across the necromancer and what I thought were humans, but they turned out to be zombies. It's a very similar situation to that. So maybe I'm passing through a small settlement, and as I'm going down the sort of main road through the houses, maybe I notice that on the roof, there are, like I say, people, and it's an ambush, yeah? There's all these people that are on the roof. They're obviously going to attack me in some form. But maybe at the end of the road, I spot the corruption claw. This being that I thought that I already destroyed back at the farm. Like I say, he looks familiar. And as I get closer, I do recognize it as the corruption claw. So I've got these guys on the tops of the roofs, who are going to be attacking me, or maybe jumping down to attack me. And at the end of the road, we've got the corruption claw itself. Because the doom says, I rolled a 3, the situation is way worse. This is going to be a challenge, not in terms of combat, but in terms of being able to manipulate the bike to kind of avoid everything and everybody. So I'm thinking this is going to be a challenge. Now, the challenge rating, because I'm thinking that because of the amount of people and things that I'm trying to avoid, I think I'm going to ignore the D6. I think it's going to either be a 2D6 or a 3D6 challenge, just simply because of the presumed difficulty of what I'm trying to do here. So I'm going to roll, and I'm going to ignore if it's a 1 or 2. I'm going to roll again. So it is a 4, which is a 2D6 challenge. Challenge rating. Right, we're going to have a challenge of... Oh, no. Oh, no, why did I say that? It's 10. This isn't good, is it? Oh, and I get the doom. I haven't used, like I said, I'm a bit hesitant to use these. I might have to use them during the challenge, I think, but we'll have to see how it goes. Right. So the challenge rating is 10. That's not good. And we're up against the corruption claw, who has telekinesis, rotting plant form. Okay. And the other things are throwing weapons and stones and knives and everything else at me. Right. So I'm trying to ride my bike in between all of these obstacles and people and dangers. I'm trying to zoom past the fallen one as well. Right. Now, the way that we're doing challenges with Infaernaculum is exactly the same. We're going to be taking 3 cards and seeing what the results give us. A miracle does 2, or takes away 2 of the challenge rating. A deed takes away 1. Dooms will accumulate unless I use my omen points. Right, so our first round of the challenge, as we're trying to avoid everyone and everything, we get a diamond, neutral. We get a spade as a deed, so we're doing 1 point to the challenge, and we get another diamond, so we get 2 neutral events, and we get a deed. That's good, because I do 1 damage.
I do one. No. I mean, I could use my omens to redraw. I don't really want to do that unless it's doomed. So I do 1 damage. So maybe I avoid the first person who's trying to tackle me or knock me off the bike. The neutral events, I'm not going to be rolling for those during this challenge. They just basically mean that nothing happens. They're just wasted cards. It's a big waste. So we're now down to the next turn. At least they weren't dooms. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have said anything. What's the betting? Right. The next turn or the next round of this challenge as I'm zooming through the streets of the settlement, trying to avoid hearts. Miracle! Oh yes, that's what I like to see. Trying to avoid spades. A deed! That's what I really like to see. And hearts. Another miracle. Oh yes. Look at that. That's how you do it. That's how you ride a bike. So we've got two miracles. So that's 4. And a deed is 5 damage. Oh yes. However, saying that, I'm losing hearts, which means there's going to be less hearts in there when I need them for other things. Yeah, that's the thing, because you've got a limited number. With dice, you can just keep rolling 6s if you're really lucky, or in my case, keep rolling 1s. But here, if you keep using hearts, which are miracles, you know that there's not going to be many left. All right, so we're getting through. We got past a big group of these guys with their rocks and their blades. Maybe I'm coming up to the fallen one now, and I'm actually trying to get past the fallen one now. Next turn, what do we get? We get hearts. Another miracle. Oh yes. But again, I'm getting them all now. I might need them later. And, okay. Well, we've overcome the challenge because we got the 2 miracles. That's 4 points. And diamonds, neutral. Okay. So 2 miracles is 4 damage. We overcome the challenge. We managed to get past all of the assassins. We get past the fallen one, the corruption claw. We managed to jink our way. Is that the right word to use? Sort of avoid all of the attacks and the damage and everything. We managed to get through them all and out of the settlement and continue on our way. Now, the bad thing is that I've actually used a lot of hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've used 5 heart cards already. Now, with that double miracles, I could have actually used my regen. But it says it's a ritual, so I probably wouldn't be able to do it while I'm riding the bike. So I do avoid that challenge. I overcome that challenge. However, like I say, I know that there is a lot less hearts in the deck now, which could be a problem. Okay, continuing on. We're going to continue our journey. We've suddenly realized that the corruption claw has resurrected, has reincarnated, has come back. And he's looking for me, obviously, because he's set up this ambush for me, and he's recruited these. I don't think they're going to be fallen ones. I think they're just bad humans, you know, gang members, things like that, criminals. And he's basically got them to become assassins, and I'm the target. Right, let's continue our journey and see what happens next. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what's going on. First card is diamond. Neutral. Second card is, here we go, doom. Third card is spades, a deed. Another thing is, if I ever draw 3 miracles or 3 hearts, that counts as the 666, which is death. So that could actually be a good thing, because what's the chance of me drawing 3 hearts now? It's going to be a lot less since there's less in the deck. So maybe I shouldn't be afraid of using my omens. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing to do. So, the deed means that I succeed in terms of going a certain distance. The diamond is a neutral event. We can generate that. That's not a problem, hopefully. So, neutral event, bump, bump. We get a 3 again. Something in the environment calls your attention. What is it? Let us use the 2d6 in Infaernaculum. So the first card is the verb. We get the Jack of Diamonds. Get 7 of Clubs. Plan. Get plan. On this rough route map that I got from the first church, from the priest, as a little gift, he basically gave me this map sort of highlighting sort of, not necessarily back roads, but maybe not like the highways, the most busy areas. Maybe on the map, he's highlighting maybe the next settlement, or maybe a gas station. Maybe there's a gas station that he's actually marked on here. Maybe it's a friend of his. Where I might be able to get some direction, some help, some information about what's happening today, kind of thing, in terms of in the area. That sounds like a decent idea for the neutral event. Something in the, was it? Something in the environment calls your attention. What is it? Yeah, maybe it's the, like I say, there's like a gas station that I can see in the distance, and maybe I remember on the route map that this particular gas station was actually marked by this priest that I met before. Okay. And I am going to use an omen to get rid of the doom. And we succeed in getting there. Right, so we get to this gas station. Oh, is the friend of the priest actually here? Dump, dump. Red. No. Okay, so there's nobody here. Kind of expected, because, you know, it's been a while. Maybe it's been a while since the priest has met this person or talked to this person, but also, you know, there is an apocalypse going on. So maybe this person has met a bad end, maybe they've run away, maybe they're fleeing, but there's nobody here. Is there petrol still at the station? Because maybe I need to refill the tank. Black. Yes. Okay, we've got petrol and another club. So we managed to get refilled at this petrol station, but the person that the priest sort of advised us to go and see, to get sort of some local info, is not actually here. But we've now gassed up the bike. We can continue on our journey. Let's go. Clubs, diamonds, neutral. Sorry, I put them down 3, didn't I? I did like this last time. I do apologise. So we got diamonds, which is a neutral event, nuts, doom, and double doom. Uh-oh. Now again, I've been playing this game so that when I get a double doom, I get a torment, because that would bring it up to 3, 4. Maybe I'll get rid of 1. Then I don't need to, oh no, I still need to get the torment. If you use the omen to get rid of the doom, you still get any torments that you would normally get. What's the chances of me getting 3 hearts? Because there's not a lot left. So I'm thinking that I don't think I'm going to be getting that 666 instant death thing this turn. So I'm going to use 1 omen to get rid of 1 doom. Still going to get 1 doom, and I'm going to get a torment. Now let's see what the neutral event is, because that may help me to sort of identify what is the torment. We get a 4. The scene is changed by some new happening or element. What is it? All right, let's use random realities for this. Now there is, where is it? Exploration, terrain, event could also possibly be used. Findings, possibly. Okay, I'm going to check terrain first and then possibly event. I think that's what I'm going to do. So we get 4, 2. 4, 2. Lush heath. Okay, so maybe we come across a patch of heath, but event findings. Let's have a look. We get 5, 4. Wildfire. Ooh, that could be relevant. Maybe there's this patch of a very dry heathland, And maybe it's actually on fire. Maybe there's like a wildfire coming across the heath. Maybe I can see a quickly shrinking exit through the heath as I'm sort of the road. But I'm seeing that the wildfire is approaching from both sides very quickly, and I've got limited time to actually get through this patch of heathland on the road before it sort of closes off and everything's on fire. Maybe, okay, so this can be another challenge. I am going to be rolling, I think I'll use the Fallen 1 generator. I'm going to be rolling randomly for this one because I'm thinking that 1d6 could be an option. So what is going to be the challenge? I've got to try and get through this area of heathland before the fire sort of comes and consumes the road. So the challenge is going to be a 4. 2d6 again. Oh! 8. Okay. Doom. So maybe the doom is I get like smoke inhalation. I get some smoke in my lungs and it sort of burns my mouth and my nose. So maybe I'm sort of coughing quite badly. Let me just quickly write this down as if by magic. So a patch of heath either side of the road, a bit of wildfire, challenge rating of 8. And for the torment, smoke inhalation, which gives like coughing and gagging and all that sort of stuff. So any kind of physical activity may cause a problem. Would this count as a misfortune as I'm trying to ride the bike through it? Right, so let's go. Let's do the challenge. We're trying to get through this sort of wildfire as it's coming towards the road. Right, and the challenge rating is 8. So here we go. Our first part of our trying to escape from the wildfire. We get a dome. We get a dome. No! Oh no! I mean, at least it wasn't 3 hearts. Because 3 hearts is dead and I don't have enough omens. But 3 dooms is definitely not good. So... No! Oh! Look! Oh! If I don't use my omens to get rid of at least some of these, I'm going to get a curse. I'm going to get visited by the death horseman. I've got... Oh, no. Well, I mean, a triple doom, of course, is going to make this major. So now this is going to become the same as a misfortune. So if, as I'm riding through this wildfire, it is going to be that dooms will nullify miracles. Oh no! Now I'm gonna use all my omens to get rid of 2. Oh no! So yes, this is not good. So as I'm riding through, the smoke's getting worse, the fire's getting closer, and I didn't reduce the challenge at all. And this really wasn't a very good turn. The coughing, the smoke inhalation, my lungs is really hindering my ability to get any further along. Now, I've got no omens left. I've got 4 dooms. Could this be the end of Eduardo? Let's see. Right, next. I've got to try and get through. I need some miracles to get rid of this. We get spades. A deed. We get another deed. Yes. And we get another deed. Now, again, luckily this isn't a 666. 3 hearts would be a 666. We get 3 deeds, which means the challenge gets reduced by 3. It's a start. It's a start. It's okay. It's okay. I'm managing to control my coughing for a little while. I've managed to progress down the road. The fire's getting closer and closer. What's gonna happen next? Come on, it's normally the dice that hate me, not the cards. We get another deed. These were shuffled. Trust me, they were shuffled. We get a heart. Ooh, a heart is a miracle. Yes, and we get another spade. Oh yes, thank good. 2, 3, 4. No clubs, so it doesn't nullify that. 2, 3, 4. 1 challenge point left and I can escape. I can actually get through the gap as the fire encloses the road. But, oh, I need one more deed or miracle to get through. Come on, the deck's getting quite low. We get a deed. That's going to do it. That's going to do it. We get another miracle. Well, a bit overkill, but it's okay. And we get a diamond. Diamond is neutral, but we do 3, which makes... we do manage to get through. The fire then consumes the road as we zoom through on our bike. We manage to avoid the fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've used 7 miracles. No omens left. But we do manage to get through, coughing and spluttering our lungs out. Slight burns, maybe just a little bit, but nothing major that we have to take into account here. Oh dear. I mean, I could have used that miracle for this, but I'm taking the challenge as being the challenge, not things I can use here. Okay, right, we managed to get through this area of blazing heathland. Oh, that was close. Right, let us continue our journey. Now, I do need... miracles will be good. 2 miracles means I'll be able to reduce my doom track. 1 miracle can mean I can get rid of my torment, because that's still going to be causing me a problem whenever I do physical activities. Riding a bike, yeah, that could be a problem. I think riding a bike could class as being a misfortune, because if I start having a coughing fit as I'm trying to ride my bike, I could actually have an accident. So that's what I'm saying. Right, so we're continuing on our journey. Deed, okay, we continue on the journey, that's good. Hearts, oh, miracle, great, I can get rid of my torment. And a club, of course it's a club. Oh no, I said that this counts as a misfortune when I'm riding the bike. So a doom nullifies a miracle, so we don't get that. Nuts. But we do continue on the journey, but we do get another doom. Got no more omens left, so we get our 5th doom. Right, now the deck is nearly empty. I think what I'll do is I'll continue the journey until the deck is empty, maybe, because the videos, I don't want a video to be extra long and we're getting close to where I normally stop. So let's continue, maybe until the deck runs out. So we carry on with the journey. What happens in the next phase? We didn't manage to get rid of that, so that still counts, excuse me, as a misfortune as I'm riding the bike. We get neutral. We get deed. We get miracle. Oh, hells yes. Right, so we continue on the journey. I'll do the neutral event, but I think I'm going to use the miracle to get rid of my torment. So maybe my coughing gets so bad that I stop. I pull to the side of the road. I take some drink, I take some water, and that helps to actually clear my lungs of any remaining smoke. It also sort of, maybe I have some lozenges or something that actually helps to soothe my throat so that I don't cough so much. Excellent. But we do continue on the journey. But we have a neutral event. Let's roll it up and see how that's going to affect our scene or our story. We get a 5. Something happens related to an element or happening already in the scene. Maybe I notice that the wildfire is heading in this direction, and if I'm not careful, in other words, if I roll a bunch of dooms, it may actually catch up with me again. So it could then be a problem again, another challenge. But at the moment, I notice that the fire is now moving in this direction, in southeastish direction towards Victoria. But we are getting closer to the coast. Right, continuing our journey. I don't know, I've got no idea what content's in there. I think there may still be maybe 1 or 2 hearts. I know there's still clubs in there, I think. Let's go! So, continuing on our journey, we are getting close to the outskirts of Victoria now. There is a wildfire at my back. What's happening? Deed. Okay, we managed to travel. Miracle. No. Oh well. Okay, we don't have the misfortune anymore, so it doesn't cancel this. But I can't use my blessing. I need 2 miracles for my blessing. I do have a doom, but I do succeed, and I have a miracle. Now, what can I use the miracle for? Nothing really, except going further distance. But we do succeed in what we're doing. The doom, let's find out what the doom is. Maybe the fire catches up with us. Let's roll and see what happens. We get a 1. A new happening or element comes into play. Why is it bad? Again, there's a double 1 here, but I did mention this to mindsvision, so hopefully that'll be corrected in the final version. A new happening or element comes into play. Why is it bad? Maybe I can see in the distance the outskirts of Vittoria, and maybe it's not a pleasant sight because it looks like a city under siege. Maybe I can see that there are a lot of fallen ones already there, sort of sieging the city, sort of causing death and danger. Maybe there's a lot of smoke from the city. Maybe it doesn't look like the kind of place I actually want to go to, but I've got to get to the docks to try and find a boat or a ship out of here. But maybe from what I can see in the distance is a city under siege. So yeah, that's the new happening or element. I think that's what it's going to be. And why is it bad? Because it's bad. Right. And we get, did I note down the doom? I don't think I did I? Did I write down the doom? I'm going to have to check the video, aren't I? Because this is quite important. Because if I didn't note down the doom, then that's my 6th doom. And I get a visit from the horseman. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to stop this recording and then start again once I've checked the video. Oh, apologies, but I need to check it because I need to know whether I've marked this doom or not. I can't remember. All right, so I'm gonna just quickly stop the recording, check the video, and then we'll come back. Right, I'm back. I checked the video and I did not record this doom. Oh no. So we have 6 dooms, and this means we get a visit from the horseman, and we get a visit from the death horseman. Since that is the most recent one to arrive, we get a visit from death, the horseman of death. What does that mean? Well, that means we have to roll up a curse. Now, a curse can be thought of as a permanent torment, which will count again as misfortunes in terms of cards or dice rolling. So it's not good. So yes, we are being cursed. Now, it has taken 5 days to get a curse. Assassin's Creed, I think it was what, the first day, the second day? But in the Empowered game series videos, it's taken day 5, but now I am cursed. So as I'm going down the road, I see the city of Vittoria in the far distance. It looks like it's under siege. And from the city's direction on the road, I see this being, this terrifying being on this huge horse. The horse is very, very pale, and the figure is cloaked and holding a huge scythe. I know who this is. I've read enough books, seen enough movies, read enough comics. This is death. Death has come for me, and my character, is terrified. With astonishing speed, it comes to the road, stops right in front of me, looks down from his huge horse. By this time, I've already stopped the bike, and I'm kind of laying on the ground, sort of trying to stop myself from peeing myself. And the horseman of death points at me and then rides past me back into the fire from which I came. Yeah, the wildfire that's kind of come in this direction. Death just rides off through the fire which parts at his coming. And as he pointed at me, I felt a taint on my body. I felt something wrong happening to me as the figure of death pointed at me. We get a 3. The promised land won't take your soul unless you slay the dragon. Oh no. Yeah, the dragon is like the commander or one of the big beasties of the Fallen One army, which comes on day 6. What does it say here? Besides the beast, the dragon lurks around the entrance of the promised land. The site of the territory's main area is rapturous, a throne surrounded by the 4 bestial beings that summoned the harbingers of the end. So maybe I have to defeat the dragon on day 6. If I don't, then I can't actually survive on day 7. So on day 6, it looks like we're going to have another Colossus. Maybe another Colossus battle. Oh dear. But yeah, for my curse, I have to slay the dragon, otherwise I can't escape to the promised land. Oh, okay, well that sort of set the scene for day 6. But that is my curse. And like I say, the curses are basically permanent torments. You've got space here to put them, but you can't get rid of them. They're always there, and they're always major things. So yeah, I'm screwed. Let me just quickly write that down. So I've written the curse here. I've put here death number 3, because it is the horseman, horseman of death, that is giving me the curse. Now again, I can't get rid of that. No number of miracles is going to get rid of that, but I do reset my doom track. If that gets filled up again, I am dead. Oh, this isn't good at all, is it? So it looks like day 6 is going to be a Colossus fight. Oh no. Okay, we did the first Colossus, okay. The second one should be okay as well, I think. Right, let's keep going. I've been cursed by death. Death came to see me. Didn't like what he saw. Pointed at me. And basically has forced me to kill the dragon on day 6. Right, time is getting on. So let's continue. Got a few more cards. Like I said, I think I'm going to go to the end of the deck and then we'll call it a day. So I'm getting closer and closer to Vittoria. The wildfire on the heathland is actually coming closer to me from behind. But Vittoria is a city under siege, it looks like. So as we get closer, it's going to get more dangerous, I think. Because again, I can't remember what cards are left. I'm not very good at card counting, so I don't know what's in here. Okay, let's continue. Now, another thing is that any more dooms that I collect, I can't get rid of. I've got no more omens left. So I'm hoping... Oh, dear. Maybe I'll stop now. Right, continuing our journey. Let's keep going. We get a heart, miracle, club, doom, heart, miracle. Okay, we got two. Oh no, I've got 2 miracles. I could use my ritual, but I've got no dooms to use it on. Oh no. I do have a doom, but again, I've got no more omens. Nuts. Oh, hazelnuts. Right, we've got a double miracle, which doesn't really affect much. Maybe I can avoid whatever's a doom. Hopefully. Let's have a look. So doom, we get a 3. Situation's way worse than it seemed. Maybe the fire really is catching up with me and I'm starting to feel the heat behind me. It's getting that close. But maybe by having this double miracle, maybe I can actually keep ahead of it and don't actually get hurt by it. Oh, we're getting very close now. How many cards have I got left? Oh, we got time for one more after this. So we're getting very close to the outskirts of Vittoria now. Diamond neutral. Diamond neutral. And a deed. Okay, that's good. So we succeed in getting even closer. We've got one more turn and then I think we reach the outskirts. But we have a double neutral event. So let's see what's going to affect the scene with that. A 3 again. Something in the environment calls your attention. What is it? Yeah, maybe I'm noticing more and more of these fallen ones gathering at the city of Vittoria. maybe they seem to be coming from further and further away. I'm noticing that it seems that the city of, again, I'm saying city, I'm assuming it's a city. I need to check, I suppose. But I'm seeing a lot of fallen ones are kind of moving towards this area from far away. They just seem to be sort of drawn to this place. Maybe this is where, like I say, the dragon is going to come and make an attack. Okay. Last turn of the game. So we're getting right up to the outskirts of Vittoria. And I'm thinking that this is going to be the last turn. So whether we enter Vittoria safely or whether we enter and get hurt or spotted, all depends on these three cards here. We get a miracle. Ooh, we get the club. No, we get a neutral. There you go. Miracle, doom, and a neutral. So what I'm thinking is, I think the miracle and the, okay, so I can't get rid of the dooms. So day 6, I'm going to be starting with 2 dooms because I've got no omens to get rid of them. But if I'm lucky in day 6, I can actually regen, if I'm lucky. But I'm thinking that as I enter the outskirts of Vittoria, maybe I maybe I catch the attention of some of the fallen ones in the area, and maybe I am lucky to get past them without being caught. And I think that's how we're going to finish day 5. So I am now in the city or big town of Vittoria. I've now got to make my way through this city or large town. Again, I have to double check what specifically Vittoria is. But we are here now. I've got to get through to the docks. But before I can do that, I've got to take on the dragon. The dragon is going to appear on day 6. Now, the dragon is actually one of the... Oh, hang on. Yeah. The dragon is actually one of the 6 random roll we do to find out what's happening in the world. But I think what I'm going to do is for day 6, I'm just going to take it as being the dragon because of my curse, I have to defeat the dragon. So I'm thinking that for day 6, we're going to take the dragon result in terms of being the daily event, because then that matches up. So day 5 is over. Not the best of results, and I think that's partially because of the Infaernaculum, where we've had a much higher chance of getting miracles and dooms. But we have survived. We can only survive 4 more dooms. So I'm thinking, for the sake of possible salvation, I think I'm going to go back to rolling the dice next game. I mean, I've showed you guys how you can use cards instead of dice in this session. But I think for day 6, I think I'm going to go back to the normal dice. But Infaernaculum, yes. Another one of the supplements that you'll be getting in the book, allowing you to use cards instead of the dreaded blocks. Right, hope you guys enjoyed that. We shall be back with day 6 very soon. Until then, please take a look at the channel. There's plenty more videos for you guys to watch and enjoy. Leave some comments down below. Are you guys thinking of getting Infernum? Are you joining the Game Found? If not, why? If so, why? But yeah, I'm enjoying it. And it is a system which is very flexible in terms of what you can apply. I mean, you can use this to play an apocalypse in your other settings, in your other systems. But by itself, you can actually apply it to all different kinds of settings, as I'm trying to show you here. So, until the next episode, please take care, stay safe, like, subscribe, ring the bell to be notified, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.